Welcome to the VCU-ACE Returning to School with COVID-19 video series. The topic for this video is safe socializing while physical distancing. I'm sure that many of you have heard about all the potential new changes that could be happening at your school this year because of COVID-19. One thing you maybe haven't heard about yet is how you can still be a good friend with everything that is happening. First, we know that everything is really different right now. All the new COVID-19 rules like AB schedules and physical distancing make it harder to hang out with your friends like you used to do. This year, you won't be able to give high fives, pat your friends on the back, or even touch your friends' things. Before COVID-19, you saw your friends at the bus stop and could talk about what new games you were playing or what you did over the weekend. When you were in the hallways between class, you could also stop and talk with your friends. And during lunch, you had some time to talk while you ate lunch together. When COVID-19 forced many schools to close in the spring, and we all quarantined in our home for a while, you probably had to switch to seeing your teachers, your classmates, and your friends online. But now it's time to head back to school with new rules and maybe even new schedules. Where you probably saw your friends and classmates every day before, you may only see them on certain days now if you attend school on the same days. And when you are at school, there may now be physical distancing rules that keep you from doing what you used to do and may force you to spread out a little. When you wait for the bus in the morning, you may have to spread out a little bit. And when you ride the bus, you may now be asked to sit with a brother or a sister instead of your friends. Physical distancing rules also mean we'll need to change up how we greet other people, including our friends. While we might have used a handshake or a high five before, now we want to use something like a simple wave or give our friends a quick thumbs up. You can also use the same greetings from before and say things like, "Hey, what's up?" or "How are you doing today?" Lunch may be pretty different too. While you may be used to eating in a busy cafeteria, lunch could be at your desk for now. Your desks and your classrooms could look different as well. Some schools might be spreading desks out or even using plastic dividers to help keep COVID-19 from spreading. Your friends and classmates may also be wearing masks too. This can make it seem harder to talk to your friends. Remember, you can still interact in between activities though, and make all the same comments you did before COVID came along, like, "Wow, that was such a hard test," or, "Ugh, I'm so hungry. Is it time for lunch yet?" With all these changes, I'm sure you are wondering how you are even supposed to be with your friends or interact with them while at school. First, remember that these rules will not last forever, and there are things you can do even with so many COVID-19 changes. So let's start with the term physical distancing. When COVID-19 first started, people used the phrase social distancing, but we quickly changed to using physical distancing instead. When we say physical distancing instead of social distancing, we highlight the safe space between us and the importance of keeping our friendships. Remember to do what friends do even when we are dealing with a pandemic. If your friend is standing right next to you, or if you're standing 6 feet away, you can still do what friends do. You can ask how your friend did on their math test, or ask your friend if they finished that reading assignment yet, or ask your friend questions like, "Hey, will you be online later?" You can also listen when your friends need to talk, and you can call or text each other after school too. Try and set up online meetups. When you use online programs to meet up, and you can see each other or call each other on the phone, you won't have to use masks, and it may be easier to talk. When you see your friends at school, set up times to meet up online or set up a time to call each other after school. There are many different ways to interact online. Share the platform you use for gaming and hang out online. If your school is using an A-B schedule and you are in the A group while your friend is in the B group, there will be days when you are both working from home. Be sure to leave a note at their locker or desk and find out when they'll be online. If online games, talking on the phone, texting, or using online video platforms just aren't your thing, that's okay. You can go old school and exchange notes, or go really old school and use mail. These things work too for keeping in touch with the important people in your life. You may have other questions about how to be a good friend right now, and that includes understanding other people when they are wearing a mask. Understanding facial expressions and body language is important even when things are normal, but these things will be really important when everyone is wearing a mask. People use different facial expressions and body language when they have different emotions. We might use words to tell people the things we are thinking or feeling, but facial expressions and body language are also an important part of the way that we communicate with others. Smiling and laughing while slapping your knee when someone tells a joke, or scrunching up your nose and lips when you are grossed out by something, all helps add to the whole experience of being with other people. But when someone is wearing a mask, you will only see a part of their facial expressions, such as their eyes, their eyebrows, and their forehead. You won't get to see their nose, their lips, or maybe even their chin. You'll need to rely on looking at the top of their face and other body language, like if someone shrugs their shoulders as if to say, "I don't know," tilts their head to one side as if to say, "I'm listening," or nods their head yes as if to say, "Yeah, I know." Try this experiment. Go to a mirror and put your face mask on. Then smile. You will probably see your eyebrows move up. Your eyes might look squeezed together. Now, try a frown. You might see your eyebrows slide together and come really close, and your eyes might even look down. Experiment with different emotions and see what they look like with a mask. So, what else can you do? Ask for help when you need it. I know we've talked about a lot of things in this video, and going to school in a pandemic with all these new rules isn't going to be easy. If you are having trouble adjusting to the new social rules or having difficulty connecting with your friends, be sure to talk with your teachers and your family about what they can do to help. If you have any questions about some of the other topics we've talked about in this video, be sure to check out our other videos on what's new about school this year, A-B schedules, physical distancing, and wearing masks at school. For more information, visit our website at www.vcuautismcenter.org.